Welcome back. Joining us virtually, friend of the show, Karen Laos. Thank you so much for being here with us today.
You're welcome. Great to be back, as always, Taylor.
We always learn something wonderful when you're here, and today we're learning how we can gain more confidence, and you have a confidence cocktail to share with us today.
I do. The confidence cocktail is all about coming across with, here are the ingredients in the cocktail: connection, clarity, and credibility. And those all sound great, right? But how do you actually get there?
Yeah.
And so the process is really about shaking yourself up a little bit. So step one would be looking at your self-doubt. And step two is really about applying some of these things. And then the pouring part, if you think about a bartender,
Yeah.
a really good bartender, it's mesmerizing when he or she or they pour the drink.
Yeah.
And it's that same idea that we want to come across as captivating when we are delivering a message of any kind. And so I was thinking that I could share one of my self-doubt exercises called the Broadway musical.
Okay.
What do you think?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I mean, I love the confidence cocktail is great as far as, okay, here's the cocktail. Once it's delivered to you, it's amazing. But how do you get that connection, clarity, and credibility? So one of the things you can do is take the strongest message of doubt. I mean, we all have self-doubt.
Yeah.
Let's face it. We lack confidence in certain situations sometimes. And so what you can do is you can take the strongest message of self-doubt that you have. So maybe it's, I'm not good enough, or who am I to be going for this thing? Say that and sing it like a Broadway musical. And the difference when you say, I'm not good enough, it sounds completely different.
Yeah.
And so, you know what's so cool about this is, from a neuroscience perspective, it actually tricks your brain. And that's where suddenly those same words don't carry the same meaning anymore.
No, they don't sound as scary in a sense.
Yeah, exactly. And that's one of the things that we can do. And I feel like we've got to take a look at and be willing to look at some of those things that might be holding us back from speaking up. Because, as you know, my mission is to eradicate self-doubt in 10 million women in the next 10 years. But how do we do that? And I'm known for my practical tips, and that's the one of my favorites, because it is there's an immediate response to it. And so that's what I would suggest. And be careful who your audience is, though. You maybe want to do this in the car or in the
By
shower.
yourself.
Exactly. Yeah, so that's really it. I can dive deeper into the
that.
cocktail if you want, but definitely
Well,
yeah, go ahead.
We have about a minute left, and I want to mention too, like, you are having to gear up and find your own confidence because you're going to be speaking at a TEDx conference, right?
Yes, the Minneapolis TEDx event on August 12th. And the story behind that is that I applied to be a speaker, and I got a call back. Very great interview, but then I didn't get it, and I was so bummed out.
Yeah.
But I had such a great connection with the curator that I interviewed with. I said, you know what? I'm actually going to be in Minneapolis next week. Do you want to have coffee? Well, that conversation, that ask, led to me actually being a speaker coach for the Minneapolis TEDx team. And then I was nominated, once I was on the team, to be one of the MCs for the event itself. So there'll be two of us co-hosting. And I'm telling you, yes, I've been working my butt off. I can say that on camera to get the script ready for everybody and highlight those amazing speakers.
Well, I'm sure it's going to be wonderful. We're out of time, but what's your website so people can learn more?
It's KarenLaos.com. That's KarenLaos.com.
Karen, as always, thank you so much for joining us virtually. If you at home, you want to learn more, head to our website, KLAF.com. Everything you need is going to be right there. Stay with us. We'll be right back after this.